Now, let me introduce another role player. Let me introduce the team VP Menon. So when I asked him about his favorite book, he said The Top 5 Regrets of the Dying by Bronnie Ware. And he said there are a lot to learn from this book, but VP Menon was especially connected to regret number 3. He said he wished he had the courage to express his feeling. So hopefully he can improve this quality going forward. TM Menon, the floor is yours.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. Thank you, Wafa. And I would really like to learn from you in this meeting how you manage to read 40 to 45 books per year, because I struggle to read one book per month. So that is something, maybe a tip that you can share with us. Anyway, I would like to share my screen with you before I start off. So, okay, is this screen visible, timer?
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. So today I have been requested to do a session on leadership opportunities that is coming up in the club very soon. So we will have our elections for the next year's club leaders, which is the 7th set of club officers, which is led by the president, as you have seen Bosco leading the team with as president, and Minesh as vice president education, and the other members of the leadership team. So in this session, I just have got about 20 minutes. What I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly run through those opportunities that is coming your way. We will be having the elections for the next set of club leaders who will take over from 1st of July 2021 till 30th June 2022. So initially, I will just go through those roles very quickly, and then we will discuss a few other things related to the subject. Okay, all okay? Great, let's start. So this is, the title is Dare to Lead, Leadership Opportunities Within Your Toastmasters Club. And what is that Dare to Lead? That will be my last words in the session. So we will come to that later. So let me quickly run through some of the opportunities or the positions that are available to all the club members in the club. So first position that is available to you is the 7 club officer position, out of which the first position is the president. Now, as president, you're responsible for the overall success of the club. Yeah, it's like being the CEO of the club. You assist all the other club officers. You have like 6 other club leaders helping you in running the club. You hold the executive meetings, you monitor the club's progress, you make sure that the club is going in the right direction. Yeah, of course, with the support of the members and the other club officers. You will be representing the club at the area, division, district meetings, and so on. You are somebody who will open and close the meeting. And so you have seen Bosco do that, opening and closing the session. Yeah. So that is roughly about the president. I'm not going too much into details about the responsibilities. There are a lot more things that will happen, which will give you more details. A lot of information is available on the Toastmasters International website also. I'll quickly move on to the next position that is there, that is the Vice President Education. Now, the Vice President Education, who's Minesh currently, is in charge of, it's a very exciting role where you plan the programs, you plan the agenda for each, who will do what, yeah. Is there a theme, everything, so you're actually very, very involved with each of the meeting that happens in the club. Leads to the club success plan. So we have something called the club success plan, the distinguished club program. So you're involved in it, you plan it along with members and the other club leaders. You will be representing the club at the area, division, district. And as the second ranking officer, in case the president is not there, you will be the acting president. Then you have vice president membership, again, a very interesting role where, you actually take care of the membership building strategies of the club. You have to bring in new members, retaining existing members. So you interact a lot with the club visitors who visit the club. You motivate them to join the club as members, make sure that their needs are met, in terms of the membership application, the information that you share, and all those things. You also would be involved in conducting membership satisfaction surveys, at least one survey in a year, where you try to understand, is there anything wrong? Is some member facing some issues? Is there something that needs to change within the club? Yeah. Of course, you don't do it alone. You take the lead, but there are the other club officers who support you in the whole thing. Then we have, after the membership, we have Vice President Public Relations. This is more of a PR job. So in terms of setting up the website, making sure it's up to date, managing the social media, whether it's Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, Meetup, all those things, publicizing the club and its activities to the community, making sure that Dubai Toastmasters Club is there, out there, so everybody sees what's happening in the club. Also, you come up with a club newsletter, at least 3 to 4 club newsletters in a year, where you motivate the members to give, articles and stuff like that, which comes into the great opportunity for you to improve your skills as a public relations professional. Then we have, of course, the money man, the treasurer, who prepares the budget for the year, how much revenue is going to come in, how much is going to be the estimated expenses, make sure that the income and expense is balanced throughout the year. So collection of fees from the members, paying the fees to the Toastmasters International, the membership fees, making sure that all payments are done on time, whether it is to some service provider, whether it is the venue charges, the Zoom charges, whatever it is, making sure that everything is paid. So you are the money man, goes a long way in improving the skill sets of managing finance. And it doesn't mean that you have to be a CA to do this role. Anybody can do this role. Anybody can do any of those roles. Yeah. So you don't have to be pre-qualified for a certain role. No, anybody can do any of those roles because these are learning opportunities for you. Then we have this club secretary, comparatively, what do you say? Very important role, because at the end of the day, club secretary is in charge of all the communications. Yeah. So of course, it depends from club to club who handles what. But in terms of minutes of meeting, for example, the regular meeting, the club meeting that is happening, the executive committee meetings that is happening, there's a very important meetings. Minutes are taken. Helps with the correspondence of the club within the members, with Toastmasters International, with the area division district, helping the president with the correspondences, maintaining the club assets in terms of all the assets that are there, and so of course supporting other club officers in doing their duties. And then we have the 7th position, which is the sergeant at arms. Although the sergeant at arms position is coming, when I talk about in terms of the hierarchy, it's coming the last. It's one of the most important position within the club, because you're responsible for making sure that the meeting goes smoothly, ensuring everything is in place. Of course, now COVID, so we don't do physical meetings, but otherwise booking the venue, making sure the venue is set, everything is in its place. And after the meeting is over, making sure that everything is rearranged, of course, opening the meeting. You're the first one who speaks in every meeting. You open the meeting and you then introduce the president. So you've got an speaking opportunity in every meeting. This was one of the roles which actually changed my life in Toastmasters. So I was somebody who was very hesitant to speak, and I wouldn't speak at all except for that normal introduction which we are forced to give. But it's only when I took on the sergeant at arms role that life really changed for me, because it forced me to get out of my comfort zone, be there, go in front of people and open the meeting. And that is what gave me the courage, the guts to actually build my confidence and my speaking skills. And then of course I've traveled a long way from that day, but this was one role which really it's an exciting role. And each role is very exciting. Each role gives you a lot of things to learn. And each of these roles that we do, one of the biggest beneficiaries is us, because whatever we learn by taking up these leadership roles, we can actually, implement it in our professional and personal life. There's so much of learnings that we take from this. so much that we get trained on that we can actually use it in our real life. Now, I'm going to share a few other information with you. When some of you may think that, oh, okay, I take up all this and I'm dumped with a lot of responsibilities with nobody to help me. No, you're not alone. So whatever role you take, there will be assistant club leaders. There will be other members who will be your assistant who will assist you in fulfilling those responsibilities. All club members are there to support you. So it's not that you and your assistants are left alone. No, we are all there. All the club members are there to support you. There will be club officer trainings, at least 2 trainings from the district. So you'll be trained on how to, discharge your duties. What are your responsibilities? There'll be a lot of best practices shared. So there'll be a lot of training given to you. There's also a lot of support coming to you from the area leadership team, the division district team, and the district leadership team. So a lot of support coming from them. And of course, you have Toastmasters International giving you a sort of lot of support in terms of resources. There's a club leadership manual, which actually describes everything, when it's to be done, how it is to be done. So it's all there, it's all documented, and it's very, very easy when you go through those. So there's a lot of support that comes your way. So it's not that you're left alone. Now the question is, okay, all these things are there, but how many of us wants to grab these leadership opportunities that is existing there? So I just have few quotes here, and let's see, these quotes made sense to me, and I'm just sharing it with you. So Richard Branson, all of you know, CEO of Virgin Atlantic, he says that if somebody offers you an amazing opportunity, but you're not sure you can do it, say yes, then learn how to do it later. Now, some of you may think that, let me get some more experience in Toastmasters. Then I will probably think of taking on these leadership opportunities. No, opportunities don't come your way every day. So you have an opportunity coming your way now. There's going to be a club officer election happening for the next year. Grab it. Yeah. Take on the challenge, take on the responsibility, and then you will learn how to discharge those duties. Because I told you, you're not going to be alone. There's going to be a lot of support with you. John Maxwell says the pessimist complains about the wind, the optimist expects it to change, the leader adjusts the sails. So if you have that leadership in you, you will be somebody who will not just complain, oh, the club is not going right, this is not happening, that is not happening. No. Neither will you be somebody who is very optimistic and say, no, the existing leadership will change it. Other people will do things to bring on those changes and to correct those errors that are happening. No. You'll be one of those people who will say, no, I'm going to make the change. I'm going to grab this opportunity and I'm going to serve the club and its members. Yeah. So that is what a leader, a person with a leadership mind will decide. If your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more your leader, you have that passion to inspire others. You have to take that first step to be a role model, to be an example by doing things and inspiring others to dream more and to do more. Yeah. And finally, do not follow where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail. There's a lot of opportunities out there to bring in your creativity. You don't have to be like others. Of course, there are certain set rules and guidelines, but within that rules and guidelines, you can be as creative as you want. This is an opportunity to bring out the best in you. This is an opportunity to discover the hidden talents that you have. Yeah. So you don't need to follow what others have done. You can create your own path, so that when you finish the term, people will say, wow, that person, that role. For example, our timer Toastmaster Rashmi, whatever role she does, people will say that, oh, Rashmi, when she did that role, my God, I can't believe it. I mean, I cannot forget it. That's the kind of a mark you leave. Now, this is a very interesting thing. I'm sure some of you must have heard. He was the president of Columbia University in New York, and he said this somewhere in the year 1931, if I'm not mistaken. Of course, there were many other people who took credit for this, but originally it came from Dr. Nicholas Butler, and he said there are 3 types of people in this world. There are very few people who make things happen. And the same goes for in any club also. There are few people who makes things happen, who are doers. who will step ahead and say, no, I will take this opportunity, I will do this. There are many who will just watch things happen. They enjoy watching from the sidelines. Ah, wow, very good. Well done. This is going well. That is not going well. They'll just watch. And there will be a majority of members or majority of people who will have no clue what's happening. Yeah, who have no notion of what's happening. But the question is, which category do you fall into? Are you somebody who has no clue what's happening? Are you somebody who's watching things happen? Or are you from that small group of members who have a desire to make things happen? And this is a question you need to ask yourself. So my last and final slide for you is, are you game for some amazing growth? So this opportunity that is coming your way to take on as a club leader for next term is an amazing opportunity for growth. Growth in your confidence, growth in your skill sets, growth in your personal life, growth in your professional life. But it is not for everyone. Remember those 3 types of people? It is only for people who fall into that first category. So you need to ask these questions. And some of the questions I want you to ask yourself is, are you someone who wish to grab opportunities? Are you someone who sees an opportunity and has a desire, a deep desire to grab that opportunity? Are you somebody who carries a growth mindset? I want to grow and I want to help others grow. Do you have that mindset? Are you somebody who has a service mindset? These leadership opportunities are just a way of serving the club, of serving the members, of serving the area, division, district, and Toastmasters International. Do you have that service mindset? Are you willing to invest some time and effort for your own benefit? Remember, whatever you do in Toastmasters, the biggest beneficiary is you. Do you have that desire to grab this opportunity for your own benefit? Are you somebody who's willing to get out of the comfort zone? Because remember, the best of improvement happens outside the comfort zone. Are you someone who just is very comfortable within your comfort zone? Or you are a person who's willing to step out of the comfort zone? Are you a doer? Or are you just somebody who goes blah, 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 without taking that step of action? The real people who want to grow, who want to help others grow, and who have a service mindset, who has a growth mindset, will always be doers. They will see any opportunity, grab it and say, let's do it. I will make it happen. And finally, my last question, which I want you to ask yourself is, are you that brave soul who will dare to lead? This is for you. So if you are that brave soul who has all these qualities and who wants to grow and who wants to serve, I will see your name when the nomination committee asks you to nominate yourself for any of the position. So there will be an election held. There will be a nomination committee with Sandeep as the committee chair, who will ask you for your nomination. So nominate yourself. You can nominate yourself for multiple positions. It's not that you have to nominate yourself only for one position. You nominate yourself for 1, 2, 3 positions. So even if you lose, for example, the president's, you didn't get it, you can always try for VP education. You can always try for VP membership. Or do you have a preferred role? Probably you want to improve your PR skills, the social media skills. So take on. Probably you want to improve your finance skills. Become a treasurer. Or maybe you're already good with finance and you feel that I can serve the club better as a treasurer. Do that. Go for it. But if you are a person who has these qualities, if you are somebody who's in Toastmasters, in Dubai Toastmasters Club, not just to waste your time and money, but you are really interested to move to the next level, you're really interested to learn and grow, we will see your name in the nomination list because you will nominate yourself. And with that, I come to the final slide, which is dare to lead. Don't just sit there, take that step, nominate yourself whenever the nomination committee asks for your nomination. And I wish you all the best. And I've been with Toastmasters for 19 years. I've done a lot of leadership positions. Believe me, it's a game changer. Take it on, and you will see some amazing growth happening in yourself as a person, as a leader, as a professional. In every aspect of your life, you will see the benefit. Thank you very